stream is started. Let's go. Alright. Continue. Finna Dylan.
Here's our new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship, and you can stop by the Trade Authority kiosk if you need to offload some cargo.
Took me a while to get it, but I get it.
I would try to viewport. It'll be on your left once you get into the plaza. The Trade Authority runs a vending kiosk next to my booth. It's just off to the side, near the ramp. Besides that, Jemison Mercantile is your closest shop if you're looking for a bit of everything. That's further in, past. Okay, no problem. Nothing for us to do. Nothing for us to do. You're in good flying condition. Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
Time to go sell. Right.
So it looks like from what I can tell, it looks like the vendors have a limited amount of money that they can.
Apparently, it restocks over time, though.
Well, I figured that much,
Yeah.
but I was confused because I was selling stuff and the number was going down, and I was like, am I fucking buying these? You know what I mean? Like, I was so confused because even like because it's not very clear.
Yeah.
Like when you go in there, you're on the buy screen. You have to tab over to the sell screen.
Yeah.
And then you can tab over to like sell from the ship, and then,
Yeah.
like so like it's not very obvious.
I'm holding on to any resources. For now. There's no point in getting rid of any of them. Okay.
I can assure you this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not go unanswered. We'll get you settled into your new assignments as soon as possible. For you, Bobby, that includes meeting your new foster parent.
My parents aren't dead. They just took a different shuttle. I'll see them when they get here.
Oh, well, of course, that's sure possible. we'll just...
Helena Chambers, ID SSCOM 1327 HCHA. I was the station administrator. I'll need to report to MAST ASAP for a full debrief. My treatment thus far has been entirely unacceptable.
Any authority you had was forfeit the moment House Varun zealots breached the station's perimeter, and you failed to initiate proper evacuation protocols. Thank you for your service. We'll find you a new position commensurate with your experience. And Mr. Bosch, let me just say how honored I am to meet you. By all accounts, you're the only reason anyone made it out of there alive.
Well, just glad I still remembered my flight basics. It had been a while. So was shooting a gun.
I read all about New Atlantis. So cool! Is it true the Nat train goes 5,000 miles an hour? Or that citizens get special discounts? Or that the whole city celebrates when it's your birthday? Mine's June 11th, by the way. My parents took me to Aquila City last year. It kinda smelled, but I don't smell anything here.
No, yes, no, and I will certainly mark June 11th on my calendar. As for Aquila City, well, the air purifiers here in New Atlantis are state-of-the-art.
Ugh, Aquila City? Oh, don't even get me started on those simpletons.
A little unfair, don't you think? Freestar Rangers helped me out quite a bit a couple years back. Got ambushed by spacers near Narion. They assisted, no questions asked.
If you'll excuse me.
She can't do this to me.
Guess you caught some of that, huh? The galaxy is at peace and somehow seems more dangerous than ever. Spacers, House Varun, Crimson Fleet, everyone trying to grab their piece. What happened to the early days, huh? When we just float through the stars and dream. Ain't that the truth? Well, still I hold out hope. It's just that the bad are... louder. Ricardo Bosch. I was the lead researcher on the station that got attacked. It was business as usual until those House Varun crazies swarmed in, spouting their scripture or whatever it was. Even the Marines were overwhelmed. Honestly, I'm just lucky to have made it out of there in one piece. We all are. Now, I just want to get back to work. Where is that woman? Yep, that I have. Had to dump a load of cargo just last year. Microscopes. Can you believe that? Guess you can sell anything these days. Pirates are a tricky lot. In space, they're all about the hit and run. They jump in, steal your stuff, and get out of there fast.
Nice.
Keep your cool, and you can generally talk your way out of it, so long as you're not too attached to your valuables. Stumble upon them planetside, though, and their trigger fingers get much itchier. Goodbye.
You see that scientist out in front?
I've never been in a battle before. Everyone kept telling me to keep my eyes closed, but it's kind of hard to do that. At first, I thought it was ecliptic mercenaries shooting at us, but it wasn't. It was these other people yelling about serpents and stuff. Is that really an appropriate thing to say to a child?
Yes,
Anyway, I'm fine now.
it is.
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
What's this kiosk? This information.
This is New Atlantis Transit, or the NAT. It provides free transportation throughout the city. We can take take it direct.
Alright. Off to go see whoever I gotta go see.
What's even the point of doing it that way? It's just going to change it.
You know what they say.
The water is quite aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
We just need to convince her that President Mark my words. Someday I'll...
Word of advice? Steer clear of the well.
Splashy splash.
Got a call, someone's power kept going out?
Here we are, the lodge. The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside. Captain, everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
Ridiculous. Easiest bet I'll ever win. We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't? I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Mateo. Now, let's focus. What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything? We think it's anyone else who pulls one out of the rock for the first time. Why? We're not sure yet. So if you wouldn't mind adding another data point. Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Country, if you expect us to believe in
Permanently reduce fall damage by 5%. Yeah.
Why couldn't it be part of the ultimate history?
Gentlemen, can we please focus? Noel, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
That's it. Just like the others.
And to imagine, we thought there were only 2 of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves...
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Country?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting. Now, would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend?
So, Are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours?
How much do you know?
Individually, they're just odd hunks of metal. Another oddity from the uncharted reach. As to what they are, what they're building, well... We're all here because we're committed to exploring space.
Did you join Constellation?
Humanity may have settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop
Not yet.
diving
I'm heading
into
over
the
there
unknown.
now.
Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment. Fair enough, but
running
you
over
need a
to the
place to
little
stay in the
tram.
city, right? Come find me when you're ready. And here, I think you've earned some. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? Hmm?
Ask if you've got questions. Speak up if you have ideas. We're all here for the same reason.
I've occasionally had my doubts about Constellation as an investment. But now, well,
You know that.
it's clearly money well spent.
Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really. You matter too. You've done something really. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer. Second one was on Kazal, buried, the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust? I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge other. Both you and Barrett saw something. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but you know, if the label fits. That sure lines up with everything else about these artifacts. It's all connected. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more. Well, there was some overlap in interest. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corp. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common.
That's when
Take
you
care of
told you to
yourself.
wear a diaper.
Lately, I find myself spending more and more time here. Business has appealed to me. Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
Just a little bit.
Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his... Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he... So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard. By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the lodge, you can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects. If you... I'm a fan of self-reliance. Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now... Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you? Yes, I imagined as much. I'm no scientist. I leave that. Frankly, this is the... Goodbye.
I'm listening. So, are you ready to...
So, Mateo.
I understand. You've...
Let's go up here. Public consultation.
I'm told that when I'm not here, I'm distracted by what I might be missing. Hey, look at that. I got a quest for picking up a book. Cool.
For real?
Yep. Pharmaceutical lab.
What is I
Medicine.
with this fucking skill point? Keep on exploring here. Yes, this is what I was looking for. Inaccessible. How dare you?
Storage. Cooking station. Huh. Interesting. Okay. A fancy ice bucket. Oh. Full on lab down here. Sick. Left first. Say to steer clear of the well, but we're still going in it anyway. Stone's fine. Alright, check out these research stations. Industrial workbench. Alright. Adaptive frames of comm relay. So much stuff, okay. Spacesuit workbench. Oh, you can make components. Alright, so let's go research then. Weapons workbench, okay. What is this? Neon. Okay. Armor piercing rounds. Penetrator rounds. Damn. I don't need that. Cooking station. Mission board. What is this? Mission board. Space workbench now. Okay. And before we do anything else,
How many of these like voice lines that you going through?
not all of them. Any of the ones that kind of pique my interest for the most part.
I am at your service, Captain.
That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. Oh, right, that. If we were approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something. An energy surge, some other phenomenon. Unfortunately, that's what a lot of people report in these situations. I'm not saying you didn't really see anything. Just... it's really hard to determine after the fact. That's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe we're all in this together now, right?
Okay.
Oh gosh, no. I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something. There's still so much we don't know, and that means well, right now, nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we... Speaking of, if you're gonna be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some There's a galaxy chock full of resources. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right. So you've seen the library, obviously. Walter's quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. But most people in the city have forgotten about you.
Cool.
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself, within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
Played Destiny for like half hour this morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Iron Banner is back this week for PvP.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
Bye. Bye, lady, bye. Okay, cool. And now we'll head out of here. Now that we kind of talked to everybody and did our thing. And now I have a real live jetpack. Yes. I'm a real boy.
I'm sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this. Yes, concerned is an understatement. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance?
No.
Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me? Well, thank you.
Sure.
There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me...
Okay. Don't care.
I'm thinking about taking my spouse
Okay, let's see. What else we got?
So after an hour of whining,
Okay. Yeah, my way. Okay.
Program young is the best way for them to achieve their
This. Cool, you can swim. That's cool. Cool. I know you can swim.
rations. Check. As you can see,
Let's put our health back.
Hey, are you looking for eggs too? I've only found one so far, but I want to find more before anyone else does. So if you see some, can you tell me? Yeah, it was. Weird, right? Miss Seng over at UC Distribution bought the one I found, and she said she might buy more if I can find them. I could really use the credits.
Of course.
Welcome to Wets. If you're looking for the best cut of meat in the settled systems, look no further. The general term? A sharpening stone for knives. The kind of knives this whetstone, though, is the best restaurant you've ever eaten at. But of course.
Ooh, okay. Course 20 health. Damn. Okay. Pretty good. Okay. Good to know.
It's a privilege to be able to work for the UC government. Service with a smile. That's the UC way. Oh, that's not really my area. I don't have clearance. You'll want to talk to Miss Sang about. Oh, no. Lucky for me, working at the district. Take care of yourself.
Welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be filed until the customer feedback system is back online. I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks, but you know how these things are. I am sorry for any potential inconvenience. Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been assured that deliveries will be back on schedule soon. Who, Jordan? That kid's in here every other day with some random thing he found. Trying to get credits. Yeah, I took pity on him. Why? What is it? Oh, really? Well, you can have it back for what I paid for it, plus a little extra. Let's call it a convenience fee, shall we? Pleasure doing business. Yes,
Fine.
of course. Please,
Okay.
take a look.
I can buy stuff from you. Modified Eon. Modified Equinox. Scope. Oh crap. Guns are cool.
Right. Come back if you need something else.
Not sure if those Varun zealots live in space or got separated from their home planet or what. Facilities left over from the colony war, and they like to pick them clean.
The well's been having brownouts all the time. Mast finally sent someone down there, but nothing's changed.
There's so many fucking rooms here.
Are you still in the lodge?
Yeah.
If it isn't my favorite, almost a lap. So you do. Wonderful. I'll just take these. All right. We'll just upload the data. Give it a moment. And just another moment. It is working, isn't it? Ah, there it is. Relief. Now, let's see. This is...
Go on.
Well, it's... Oh my.
Care to elaborate on the oh my, bud?
Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that my suspicions were correct. There is something wrong. I will report my findings to Mast immediately with no small amount of satisfaction. The phrase, "I told you so," may even be uttered more than once. Well, from a certain point of view. In an, admittedly, somewhat selfish manner. The bad news, as it were, is that the internal composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now regularly emitting ultra-low frequency sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength. This is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be disastrous. I must consult with my colleagues in Mast at once.
Here. Oh wait, do I have a skill point? No, that's it. I do have a skill point. Son of a gun. Okay. Cool. Fast travel to the lodge.
Problem?
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Didn't realize there was a roof balcony thingy-majig.
Oh, the lodge?
Yeah.
I literally just left the little roof area.
Alright.
Oh, actually.
Sleep.
Let's check out the Constellation mission board.
ever since I got here, this has felt like
Captain, now that you are a member of Constellation, also, given the likelihood that you will be out in
Yeah, what is it? Whenever you're up for it, we're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise. A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to. We have to assume that we're not the only ones to have stumbled into this mystery. But most people aren't going into space looking for the unknown. They're looking for places to settle. Resources. An odd-looking rock or a single strange hunk of metal wouldn't mean much to them. That's why felt the same way when I started too. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we...
Okay, so those are little side missions that they pay you out for.
Go ahead. Just...
Oh, this is the same thing as other ship.
Back in.
That's cool. That's there. This is probably the same too then. Yeah, it's the same. Docking station. Give me the weapon workbench.
Okay. Let's see.
abilities, and to uphold the values of the Vanguard, honor, loyalty, self-reliance in all your actions as members of the United Colonies Navy.
I do.
You can't just kind of go nuts. I'm just killing random citizens. I just wanted to see what would happen, and fucking everybody's after me now, so that's what I figured.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought nothing happened.
Oh no, I mean, like, you can kill some people. Like, I found a group of these guys that were getting sworn into something, and I just opened fire on them. And now they all dead.
I do.
They are all dead.
I wish that bartender in the viewport would stop complaining to security. I don't know what she lost, but she won't get it back by annoying us.
Mods too.
Hey! Oh, you're not Carl. Sorry. I shouldn't assume. Maybe you go by Carl. You're just not the Carl I was waiting for. We're supposed to be investigating a power drain down here. People have been reporting brownouts for a while. And Mass finally decided to follow up on it. I can't be in two places at once. And Carl isn't here. So I'm just trying to look inconspicuous. Co-worker of mine on this assignment with me. Clearly not taking it seriously. Not really surprising. Most folks are fine with ignoring what goes on down here. We're trying to isolate a power drain, which looks like it's the result of a large amount of power being rerouted through various subsystems. But it's pretty simple, really, and relatively safe. Only a small chance of electrocution. Well, since you're here and Carl isn't, and I really want to get this solved, what I need isn't very technical. I can talk you through it remotely. The first box we're looking for is over near UC Surplus. You know, Antonio's place. I can contact you once you get there.
I've got limited resources. I try not to turn anyone away just because they're light on the credits. We're doing the best we can here. That's all we can ever do. We're no Reliant Medical down.
Alright, you got some meds, cool. Got it.
Gunshots this week alone.
It's fucking nuts.
Alright, that is actually going to be it for me. I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm just probably like wrapping up exploring the lodge.
Yeah, it's at work, so I'm fucking beat. So. But alright, man. I'll talk to you. I'll let you know if I jump on Destiny or anything in the next couple days.
Yeah.
You got your guard weekend this weekend?
Next weekend. It's a 4-day, so it's Thursday to Sunday.
Ugh, that's tough. You doing overnights for that?
No. It's not 12-hour shifts. It's just a regular drill, but it's just 4 days because we didn't we don't have drill in July, so they have to
make it up somewhere.
Yeah, make up for it.
All right.
Next year's gonna suck.
Why?
Because they're moving us to this. It's called an 024 schedule. So in January there's no drill.
Okay.
February is a 2-day drill.
Okay.
March is a 4-day drill.
April 0.
2, 4, 0. Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know anybody who hasn't put in excusal forms for all of the 4-day drills already.
Of course. Of course.
It's like I get it, right? Like it gives you more months where you don't have to go to drill, but what you're also doing, because now, so that's what, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, right? It's 8 days that as a National Guardsman I have to use my personal leave.
Yeah, for at work.
Take off of work. So now the military is now dictating how I have to use half of my for normal people, right? Most people get what, 14 days a year or some shit like that,
dude,
right?
I don't get any until a full year goes through.
Well, yeah, I mean, and there's
and then even after that, I only get a week.
Right, and then over time that increases.
You know, like that's insane.
Right, so you would have to burn your entire personal leave just to be able
just
to
on drill. That's so dumb.
Yeah. So nobody's happy. So
yeah, that's really dumb.
Yeah, I either have to go like leave without pay, or I have to use personal leave, because drill status isn't like I can't take military leave. I have to be on orders.
For that. That sucks. That's dumb. That's really dumb. It's fucking dumb. All right, man. Well, we'll talk. How? What's up at the house? Any news? Any update?
So like as of today, the CO was